bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Thanks for hanging with us on a Monday. Yikes. This is the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score mobile app. TSportsNetwork.com. Chois Woodman, Chris Snead here with you in the First United Bank studio. I'll continue to chime in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. We'll return to more of your thoughts, including a post of Avery Johnson looking like Hayden Panettiere. I don't even know how to say her name.
Panettiere.
There we go. I'll go with it. The girl from Remember the Titans. That's too close. Avery Johnson and, Coach Yo's daughter. Sorry. Slip. So Aaron says, was it me or did both Iowa State and Kansas State look subpar on Saturday? Yes, traditionally both programs start slow, but it seemed like the game was a bit slow, simple, and lacked execution from both teams.
That's another accurate statement.
I think...
it's 7-7 in the third quarter, and it really didn't...
I'd be cautious.
Kind of a yawn fest a little for a while.
It was a very sloppy game.
A lot of turnovers.
I'd be cautious to judge either team a ton off of this game because it's such a one-off type of scenario. It was extremely sloppy on the field, rainy, wet. You could the paint they used hardly held up on the field where you could hardly see the hashes and the lines. But these are also your two most Big Ten teams in the Big 12 as far as style of offense and style of play. So, Iowa State plays a ton of games like this. They're the most Big Ten-ish team where they'll play ugly, low-scoring games
they want to muddy it up.
Beat you that way. So, and that's kind of what this game felt like. Lots of, I guess the difference was the sloppiness and the turnovers. Both teams had, 2 turnovers apiece in the first half. And then didn't capitalize on each other's that much. So I did think Iowa State was clearly the better team, though, in Saturday's matchup. But if you're asking me prior to the season, I would have said both of these teams are 9-win team at best. I don't think you're looking at either team that's playing in the Big 12 championship this year. I think they're in the upper tier, but not the top tier of the Big 12.
What do you think about the way the game was called from the Kansas State side offensively, knowing that the play caller there is none other than former Texas Tech head coach Matt Wells?
I don't know. It's kind of difficult to judge that, too, because once Edwards went out of the game, the running back for Kansas State, which that was a whole weird situation, too. Yeah. Was he actually hurt, or did he pout, or... Because it happened after he muffed the punt, right?
Then that coach's decision, just punishment. Said, did he go over and run his mouth?
I don't know. What was his? There was some tweet after the game too. I don't know if it's been deleted since, but that was strange. So it's hard to judge it completely off of that. But I don't know. I don't think K-State's that great of an offense. I think they're a good team, not a great team, and people have viewed them as a great team coming into the season. Iowa State has a very favorable schedule. I think that's a team that's probably going to start 7-0 or so, just like they did last year, but I don't know that they're going to finish better than 9-3. Snead, can you or someone else at the station teach the students how to sing the national anthem?
The national anthem?
They're saying the national anthem. It's done when people do it at the Stars game.
Oh,
they need to win something first before they do bits.
When we're doing that.
Also have them sing the fight song, correct? Nice.
Here, and I'm gonna get on a soapbox right now, okay? And if this pisses you off, I don't care. The national anthem is not a time for you to start singing out your and claiming your favorite baseball, basketball, hockey team. When you sing the national anthem, you sing it with respect, you stand at attention, you take your hat off, you get off your phone and you pay attention. And I'm sorry if you don't like that. If it's too much for you for 1 minute and 32 seconds to pay attention, to look at our flag, and to not be on your phone, and not, because these guys, they're only reason they want to be there for the national anthem so they can yell "Stars." That's the most low rent thing, disrespectful, and I'm sorry. I'm the son of a military man, and I. There are too many veterans. There are too many people who gave their life for this country. And I know it's your right to do it, but for the love of God, have just a skosh of respect for those people that did that. Just a skosh. Now, I mean, I've quit fighting the battle on the fight song.
No, I was about to say, go off on the fight song.
I'll
now.
go off on the fight song too. And here's the other thing: if you're sitting by one of those guys that says that, call them out. Call them out.
I was hoping you'd say to deck them.
Well,
Snead told you to deck them.
I'm not telling him to deck anybody. I'm not here advocating for violence. But if you want to, if you see somebody throw a water bottle on the field, point him out. If you see somebody throwing a tortilla that hits the field and it hits somebody, point him out. If they're singing the song the right way, sing the right way louder. You know what? If more people on the west side would sing the fight song the right way, it would drown out the people on the east side singing it the wrong way. But no, we're going to sit over there, you're singing it the wrong way over there. I'm going to be all offended. Let me clutch these pearls over here. No, sing it louder on the west side. You're allowed. You're allowed to sing it louder. It is much within your rights to sing that song louder.
He's going.
I'm not trying to go off. I'm just trying to tell some people that, you know what? Have some respect for the national anthem.
All right, tell us about the Germans bombing Pearl Harbor.
Forget it, he's rolling.
Forget it, he's rolling.
I'm just saying. I mean, I do have a.
I'm with you on all
if you want to get me fired up in a hurry, because if you're standing next to me and you're yelling "Stars," you and I are gonna have a problem. That's not our national anthem.
Yeah.
I don't think it's cute. I don't think it's funny. I think it's disrespectful. And if you're offended by that, I don't care. Write a letter.
Write a letter.
Or what do they do to Rob? Quote tweet him.
Quote tweet him.
Quote tweet me.
God, we haven't even talked about that.
What is the other thing that
Tim
you can
Brando?
Do? Yeah. Just do something. Call me out on Twitter. You know what? I don't read it. I don't care.
You know what I thought?
I don't care.
So if y'all missed it over the weekend, Tim Brando. And you probably couldn't hear the broadcast because you're in a bar.
Yeah.
Tim Brando, first 5 minutes of the game, gets three things wrong.
Of course he does.
Right off the bat. Just right off the bat. And someone can tell us what they were. I've already forgotten. But straight in, he gets three things wrong. And then our guy, Rob Bro, tweets out, I want to get this tweet correct because I don't want Bro to sue me for libel. Worst part of college football season is Tim Brando popping up on your screen. And he had the little meme of the guy taking the headphones off. And yesterday, Tim Brando, he did not at Tim Brando. He did not tag him in this tweet. So that means Tim Brando's either someone's giving it to him or he's searching out his own name on Twitter, which I'm highly guessing it's the second one. He quote tweets Rob and says, "See ya in Lubbock, week 3."
So I guess he'll be here for the Oregon State game.
And then he responds to someone else, says, "My exposing him," talking about Rob, "had zero to do with the real fans in Lubbock. It had everything to do with the people knowing the kind of bleep broadcasters deal with occasionally. There's no reason for it. Thanks." I am not a broadcaster hater. There's very few that I don't like. But Tim Brando is in a category of his own, and he set me sour towards him.
That whole thing, the Oklahoma State thing.
That's it, right there. When he called out Matt Dowdy, he called out the Texas Tech SIDs for not preparing him for a big guy touchdown that was coming on a trick play. And they did. They told him. They clearly put him in the know, yet he wasn't ready for it because of his own preparation or whatever.
And here's the thing.
And then he proceeds to call them out over and over.
Is that a rule? Is that in the broadcaster rule book that we have to tell you that a trick play is coming with a guy that's going to wear a different jersey?
I think it's a good thing to do.
It is a good thing to do, but if it doesn't happen, sorry about you, dude. Figure it out. Do some research. Remember guys like Jack Dale used to go and really be prepared and not to sit around waiting for some media relations intern to hand them a whole bunch of stuff?
Yeah. This from the chat line. Rob's taking a shot here. Rob and Brando are unfortunately basically the same guy. Poor Rob.
I will not see you tomorrow. I will not see you the next day. I may not see you the next day. I definitely want to see you the next day.
It's the bottom line. Rolling on 100.7 The Score.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Onward. It's the bottom line on 100.7 The Score and 107thescore.com. Yours worldwide on the 100.7 The Score mobile app, as well as on TV, Fox 34 News Now. You can also watch us on YouTube. We stream all of our shows live there. Plenty of ways to take us in. However and wherever you are joining us from, we're thrilled you've chosen to do so on this Monday afternoon. Alongside Jamie Lent, I'm Chois Woodman, Brennan Riker, and Jimmy Cook across the way taking care of us. Y'all keep hitting us up if you'd like to. Thoughts, comments, questions. All of it welcome on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. You can take that mobile app anywhere with you. Even listen in out in Quitman, Texas.
Quitman. It's not man, just Quitman.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I think it's just telling you to quit, man.
It's Quitman.
Is that an East Texas town?
It is.
Your East Texas townography, that's a word, is really good. But then you venture anywhere else in the state, and it's harder for you to keep up.
Well, I think it had to do a lot with when I was living and working in East Texas. I had to help do a high school scoreboard show.
Oh, okay. That helps a lot. That helped my...
I was forced to know the towns and the area and where they are, and also did some small school, high school play-by-play. So it feels like...
Did you ever call any games for or against Quitman?
I think I did.
Okay.
I think I did. And so probably when I was doing White Oak or Spring Hill, maybe.
Okay. Did you ever do any six-man games?
No.
Okay.
No. I've never actually even seen a six-man game. I've always said that I wanted to, but I've never gotten around to doing it.
Field trip.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Let's go on like a Thursday night six-man game this year.
I'd do it. I'd do it. I'd check it out.
We should.
Mm-hmm.
Brennan's well-versed with six-man. Actually, have you ever been to a six-man game?
I've been to plenty of six-man football games. I can't say that I enjoyed them.
Oh, okay. Wow.
What's up with that?
Why are you running down our
Yeah.
six-man folks?
I'm gonna be a politician here
boy.
and start out by saying I have a lot of respect for the kids that play six-man football.
They don't get to pick how many people they have.
That's right.
But it's not my cup of tea to watch.
Not physical enough, too spread open, too wide out, or too wide.
It doesn't feel like football to me.
Center going out for a pass. He's not a fan of it.
It's just weird. Now, there are some six-man football games that are really good. The problem is, like the state championships, it's either a really good game or it's a miserable blowout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have a, like a 45-point rule, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I love that.
I love that
45 is a
six-man.
verb. Getting 45'd.
Getting 45'd. Yeah, can we use that this Saturday?
No, because we're working on Barron's Heisman campaign.
Okay. Well,
I hope he's not in and halfway through the third quarter.
yeah, that's going to be an issue.
This is not a good football team Saturday, and we'll
And neither is next week.
next week. Yeah, I mean these are like last year ACU. We could sit here and talk. It never should have been as close as it was. I'm not sitting here justifying.
But at least you could say they had some really good offensive pieces.
They had good pieces, and they had coaching staff motivation, and they had plenty of players that had played here prior or from West Texas. So there was a lot to the ACU game that was different, at least. And, I mean, you can see at least a little bit more why it ended up how it was or why it was a closer game. This one, you're going up against a 3-9 team that lost 70-0 to Arkansas last year. And that was an Arkansas team that turned around the next week and lost to Oklahoma State, who went 0-9 in your league. So,
yikes.
This is not going to be a good football team on Saturday. The focus is about 100%. Okay, we'll go 99.9% on Texas Tech. And basically, as a fan, I'm going in just wanting to see all the new. That's really what the new coordinators, your new offense, your new defense, and a whole lot of new players. Because you feel pretty certain what you have in a lot of areas, like a Jacob Rodriguez and a Mo Horn on defense, as well as Baron Morton, Caleb Douglas, Coy Aiken. There's a lot that you know about. But, I mean, Saturday to me is about a new season, obviously kicking off what we hope is one of the best seasons you've ever had here, and just seeing all the new, because I don't think there's much about the other sideline that
but you're not really going to get
concerned about.
Not really going to get many answers out of this weekend. Maybe about the kicking game. Kickers.
That's pretty well
you can
constant.
They don't usually kick bad against better teams. It's just they can kick or they can't kick.
Maybe kick bad in maybe tougher environments.
Pressure situations. Yeah, maybe so.
But, yeah, I think what you're saying is correct. But, yeah, I don't think you're learning a whole lot. It's just from a fan entertainment standpoint of, hey, we get to see how many sacks you can rack up. I mean, if you look across the offensive line size-wise, and that's all I can judge off of because I'm not breaking down Pine Bluff film, but you got some 6'1s out there and some – it could be a really, really rough day, a rough maybe first half for Pine Bluff. And not could be, should be a really rough first half for that Pine Bluff and specifically their offensive line if this defensive line is what we're, told it is and what you saw in the spring a little bit. This text was pretty mean coming in at the end. Rob and Brando are unfortunately basically the same guy. And
what?
Clint did the hashtag Brando with the EAUX at the end of it. Man, that's pretty tough towards Rob. Has anybody ever seen Rob and Tim in the same room? Maybe they are the same guy.
I've never seen Rob over make-upped.
Well, maybe that's what Rob. Maybe that is Rob.
So that's what all the makeup's for?
Yeah, that's what Tim Brando is. Yeah. Is just Rob with a bunch of makeup.
Yeah,
it's possible. Who knows?
Will you do me a favor, Choice?
I'll try.
When I get past my prime, will you let me know? When I'm embarrassing
When you start
myself.
wearing makeup?
No, when
you
I start being terrible because I'm old. Tell me to do something different.
Like.
I'm just so old I don't remember things
Like
anymore.
senility type of level? Is that what you're talking about? Like saying things that don't make sense or...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just let me know, okay?
Like when you start talking like Jerry Jones?
I always believe that, sometimes people don't like this, but the best friends that you can have are people who are honest with you, okay?
Okay.
Everybody needs some of them in your life.
I'm going to need a third here. Did you just say we're friends? Did you say that? Or you're saying I can become your friend if I'm honest with you? Is that there's still potential there?
Yeah, I consider all you guys my friends,
wow.
Even the listeners.
That you just diminished everything right there. It's like all of you are our friends. Everybody's equal.
I'm sure Tim Brando was really good at one point, but he's.
Oh, I do think he was good. I remember a time where I liked Tim Brando, but that took a sharp turn when he ran Texas Tech people through the mud and then has just seemingly continued it. And then, first, 5 minutes of the game on Saturday.
Oh, man, he is butchering things left and right.
It was rough. And
it was.
Man.
Like, just a little bit making you feel uncomfortable.
And as
you're feeling bad.
Yes.
Like, oh, man.
And as he wants everybody to know, he'll be here in week 3 in Lubbock. So
Can hardly wait.
Woo!
We'll save a seat in the press box next to Rob for him.
It's the bottom line on 100.7 The Score.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Happy to be part of your Monday. It's the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score and 107thescore.com. Chois Woodman, Jamie Lent, Brennan Riker, all with you this afternoon, all the way till 3 o'clock. Y'all keep hitting us up. Thoughts, comments, questions, all welcome on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. All right. Jamie definitely did something that showed we're true friends during the break.
I gave him a gift.
He gave me, you can only see this if you're watching on Fox 34 News Now or YouTube. He gave me a Texas Rangers pickleball paddle, and he didn't light it on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And he must really be friends with me because he didn't give anybody else one, so...
I gave Clint one, too.
Gosh, dang it. Seriously?
Actually gave him
He's not
his
friend.
first.
I'll ignore that and just love this amazing pickleball paddle. It's got little peagles on it. I am ready for them to move on from the whole... Like this, if it was just the regular Rangers logo, it would be cooler, but it's still cool.
I completely agree. It's not even their colors.
I'm ready. They get the new rebranding of City Connect next year. Or they're on the schedule for next year. So
they're allowed to redo it?
Yeah, I think they rotate every 4 years or so, 3 or 4 years. So the Peagle and the whole that font, whatever it is, will go away for something new. Could be worse though. So we don't. Could be better. Could be worse. I don't know what route they'll take, but I'm quite ready for it. Speaking of Major League Baseball, did you see? I think your guys over at the Boston Red Sox did something really cool.
Beat the snot out of the Yankees?
That's not relevant. That's not what I was talking about.
Okay. It's pretty relevant to me.
Okay.
They did.
I was talking about fantasy football with the Red Sox.
I did see this.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, if I like uniqueness in fantasy football. Everybody wants to tell you about their fantasy football team and who they drafted and this and that, and that's fine. But the Boston Red Sox have a clubhouse fantasy football league that they've got going. And determining the draft order is always something that's done different by different leagues. Some is just a random thing. Some you go off last season's finish. Some you go...
Seems fair.
Yeah, some you go... you could draw from a hat. You can do... There's all sorts of things. I've seen people do it where they do a combine, Jamie. They make everybody go through a combine.
Like an obstacle course combine.
Yeah,
I saw that recently.
That's pretty fun.
Looked very entertaining.
There's all sorts of ways, but this might be my favorite way I've ever seen in determining the draft order. And I don't know if everybody can get this done, but if you happen to be friends with 3-time All-Star Jason Varitek, or if he's just hanging around, you could have him take batting practice. So I guess it looks like they just went by distance, right? I think
whichever one landed the farthest away, or ended the farthest away.
So each person had their name on a ball that he's taking batting practice with, and he hits it, and however far it goes, whichever one landed the furthest, like Jamie's saying, is the one that gets the higher pick in the draft. That's so much fun.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun to do anywhere. So, you think we can do this with Goot next time we do a fantasy football league?
Yeah, I'm sure he would do it.
To smack a few baseballs for us?
Mm-hmm.
We'd probably lose him. He'd hit him too far over the fence.
Just have to let him know which one is mine.
He would bunt it.
No, he wouldn't.
He'd probably slay a bunt down. Yeah.
Treat it like the home run derby in Omaha.
Whatever. We would never find those baseballs over the left field ball.
Fun.
Yeah, I just thought that was fun.
Yeah, I thought that was a really cool idea. That's just obviously for a Major League Baseball team to do it that way is a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's really creative. That's what makes it so much fun. Okay, this from the Yates Flooring Center chat line. I seem to remember Tim Brando being pretty dismissive of Tech before the "I'm Tim Brando, I deserve to know" fit. I've never really liked him and his game calling. Okay.
Yeah, I think I remember a time where, I mean, obviously you see him doing big games and you hear his voice and you think it just like says to you, oh, there's a big college football game going on. And in your point about him being a jerk about something is one thing, but I'll be honest with you, I felt like all weekend long there wasn't the top guys. None of the top guys were doing games.
I think no one wants to do them in week 0, I guess.
Which is really odd.
I know, it's an extra paycheck. You'd think a lot of guys would take that. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe they're...
Yeah, I hope the Big 12 continues to play a game or two in week 0. I was joking around with Chuck during commercial break this morning. I would love for the Big 12 to play more Thursday and Friday games.
I think the Big 12... I don't know if I'm saying I love it. I think the Big 12 needs to. Whether I love it or not, I think it's a need for the conference. Because you need exposure, period. Mm-hmm. And when you can get solo windows... And I don't know, maybe the Thursday thing doesn't work as well. I mean, I'd like to see the numbers because the NFL games. If only you could be like, okay, we want that week when
if you're anything like me, I'm going to pick a Big 12 game over the NFL almost every single time. And
right, but that's not the normal
unless
man.
My team is playing.
I think the crappy NFL
you're saying
games.
I'm not the normal man.
I'm saying you're very much not the normal man.
It's offensive.
I thought that would be a compliment to you. Yeah, I think it's needed. Anytime you can get exclusive windows,
mm-hmm.
you got to take it as a Big 12. Right now, the place you are as a conference, you need to take advantage of those. And that includes the really late night games on Saturday. And I think we're going to continue to see those where you got an Arizona or you got a Utah or you got a BYU, Arizona State, Colorado.
We have a 10 o'clock Central Time one this weekend, right?
Who's that? Is it Arizona?
Utah, UCLA.
Golly. I mean, people are going to watch.
How about the schedule this week? Isn't it crazy? You're going to have 7 games
before Saturday?
Before you get to Saturday. 7 Big 12 games.
We're going to have a lot of results. And that's not even including the 2 that were played last week, right?
Right, yeah. Right.
I mean, you will have
4 on Thursday, 3 on Friday.
10 Big 12 teams that have played a game before Saturday.
And then you get a marquee matchup on Monday
night
as well.
Yep.
I tell you, Choice, I mean, I am going into this weekend. I mean, I feel like, good gosh, you're not recording, right, Brennan? I am really pulling hard for Baylor and TCU this weekend.
You know, these are on. People can hear what you're saying.
The Big 12 really needs.
They need it bad.
Baylor, who is expected to be a top 5 team in our conference, to beat Auburn at home, who's predicted anywhere from 10 to 12 in the SEC. They really need to win that game.
You know what we've learned, Jamie, over the years is it does not matter about having a stacked, deep league. It doesn't matter. What matters is having a top-heavy league, having a bunch of good teams, ranked teams at the top. And for that reason, you're exactly right. You need your top 5 teams to perform really well.
Yeah.
And I think I'm with you. I don't know that I can sit there and actively watch Baylor and Auburn play and say, I'm rooting for the Bears, but
I think I will be.
I absolutely know what is best for this league.
I was planning on wearing green on Friday. Totally joking.
You can hold on to that for.
I don't own any purple, so I can't wear that on Monday. So
you own some green?
You know I can use your words against you, right?
You would never do that.
Did you just threaten your boss, Brennan?
Brennan, don't make me get that paddle out again.
I got one for you, Jamie. All right. Y'all keep the comments coming in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Jamie will have a question of the day coming up next.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Thanks for hanging out with us on a Monday. Got the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score mobile app. Chois Woodman, Jamie Lent, Brennan, and Jimmy with you this Monday afternoon. Y'all keep the comments coming in. We'll get back to some of those in a moment. But right now, let's get to Jamie's question.
Time now for Jamie's question of the day on 100.7 The Score. Presented by Connecticut of West Texas. Life's hard, your water shouldn't be.
All right, gentlemen. ESPN, our favorite television station, put out a graphic this weekend that said notable Big 12 returning quarterbacks.
Oh, no. I have not seen
it. Listed 7 players. None of them were named Baron Morton.
What? Is it big?
I just want you to tell me who you think, in order, 1, 2, and 3, are of the top quarterbacks in the Big 12 conference.
Returning or no?
Just who are starting this season.
I gotta pull up the list, make sure I'm not missing anybody. I think do we have to put them exact order, or they're just the top 3?
No, I want you to put them in order.
I don't want to offend anybody. I think the hometown kid, one of the 2 hometown kids, Sawyer Robertson's, who I'd put up there at the top right now. I think I am extremely biased, but I also think you're going to see a season that's a lot different from him. I'll put Barron at 2, and I'll put Sam Leavitt 3. I do not. The more I've watched of Sam Leavitt in Arizona State, it's not a shot at him. I think he is a good quarterback, but I also think it's going to be really interesting to see him this year without Cam Scatterbo next to him, and even throwing to Scatterbo, because he did that quite a bit last year. So, and the thing that helps Leavitt out is he's got the number 1 receiver in the Big 12 to throw to as well. So that helps, but he's got to have more than just him. So, Robertson, Morton, and Leavitt.
Robertson, Morton, Leavitt. Brennan?
I'll start with Sawyer Robertson. I really, again, we talk about not liking Baylor, but I like what I see from Sawyer Robertson. I think I think the Big 12 has a lot of solid quarterbacks. I don't think there's one that stands above the rest, but I'll give Sawyer Robertson a slight edge over the rest of the field. Rocco Beck, I liked what I saw from him. Hey, you're not allowed to punch the microphone, Choice.
I was mad at your Rocco Beck saying.
Well, that's okay.
I'm just kidding.
I'm allowed to be wrong, and you're allowed to disagree.
I'm just kidding. I just bumped it.
And then I would say Sam Leavitt is my 3rd.
So Robertson, Beck, and Leavitt.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
I don't think I was as down on the quarterback play this weekend as you guys, maybe you and Snead were.
I didn't think Becht was bad. I thought Johnson was not good.
I thought Johnson was fine.
I think Johnson missed.
I'm not a big fan, but I thought he was fine.
I think he hit 2 wide open receivers on busted coverages, which
and he also had 2 receivers drop balls that were drive-ending drops.
You're correct.
Including your boy
maybe
John
I should give
Bradley.
him. Maybe I should give him a little bit more credit for that. I think there were tons of times, Jamie, that Avery Johnson had to go give his team the lead or tie the game up. Plenty of chances that they didn't take advantage of.
I just want you to know, if you say one more bad word about Avery Johnson, you and I are going to go fight in a mud puddle. You know the worst part about that whole deal?
What's that?
I mean, one of them
lavender jersey?
Standing there in a mud puddle rocking Jordans. Like, what are you doing, man?
Whoa.
How disrespectful to MJ. Don't make me get that paddle out again.
And the shoe community.
Just wrong. That's the biggest travesty of the whole deal. Okay, I'm going to
think he's probably joking, but he's not. He's serious.
Okay, I'm going Sawyer Robertson 1. I am going Sam Levitt 2. And I'm not running from thinking that Baron Morton is one of the top guys. I think Baron, I mean, obviously led the conference in TD passes last year, second in yards passing, and he didn't have a great offensive line, and he wasn't fully healthy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think, you know, and if it's not him for me at number 3, it might be Josh Hoover. Okay.
Where's Brendan Sorsby fall in? Because he's in the mix for me, and I don't think he's getting enough credit.
I think there's a lot of good ones. I don't rate Sorsby probably 7 or 8 to me.
He's probably 6 or 7 to me, but yeah.
Obviously, Oklahoma State with the 2 redshirt freshmen that they're considering between. It seems like they're going with Haney, right? Or are they going with Flores?
It sounds like Haney. But,
okay.
But I don't know if they've
BYU's
one.
Starting a 47, but he's a true freshman, but clearly very talented. So that's interesting. I mean, West Virginia's starting.
Really hung up on that 47 thing.
West Virginia's starting the lefty that, oh my goodness.
Markiel.
I just get so frustrated every time I think about that dude beating us. Okay, UCF is a question mark. I think the rest of them you feel pretty good about.
Devin Dampier, you feeling real good about him?
Well, I'm not saying I feel like he's going to be a top 5 or anything, but he might be 8 or 9 and still be a really good player. Solid player.
I mean, how does ESPN do that? How can you put returning quarterbacks in the Big 12? Were they just saying returning players in general?
They're saying notable returning quarterbacks.
So are they returning to their uniform or to their school?
Yes.
And you don't include Baron Morton?
Well, and here's the thing is, like, on that graphic, yeah, there's 7 on the graphic. You could have easily put 8. And I think in total in the Big 12, there's 9 returning quarterbacks.
Yeah, you could have put Barron and Sorsby on there. Sorsby wasn't on there either.
Like, is there a vendetta? I truly do ask that, or is it just stupidity out there?
I mean, I think Jalen Daniels is a talented guy too, but how is he in front of Barron?
Well, like you said, you're talking about
also on that graphic was Noah Fafita, and that guy doesn't impress me at all.
You're talking about the second leading passer from a season ago in the league. That's what I mean. You point that out.
I think they were 9th in the country in passing yardage last year.
I don't get that. Like, what? Maybe there is. Maybe.
And his win-loss numbers are pretty good too.
Maybe Texas Tech's defiance, basically, against the norm has really angered certain people. Maybe it is just some intern at ESPN putting out a graphic and he doesn't have a clue about the Big 12.
Okay, if I was to ask you to do that, right? Choice, I want you to put a graphic of the top quarterbacks in the Big 12. What's the first thing you would do?
Go look at their passing yardage. Go look at their stats.
Okay, now let's say I'm telling you to do it for the...
yeah, if you had me do it for
the Big Sky... Because you don't know anything about any of their quarterbacks. First thing you would do is you would go look at the stats.
I'm going to go look at the stats.
From last season, and then just, without knowing anything about any quarterbacks from the Big Sky.
I'll probably
Is that a thing?
I don't think... yeah, it is. Montana's in the Big Sky.
Okay. You would go and look at that. How would you not put number 1 TD guy, second in yardage guy? How would you not do that?
Because I don't know sports. I don't know ball. I'm checking a box for ESPN, so they hired me. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like,
no, I don't know if maybe this is based on somebody's opinion of draft position.
I don't know. Did they just go off of Andy Staples' list? Because he had Baron Morton really low. I think he had him 9th on his list.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I would love for nothing more than Baron Morton to prove all these people wrong.
I am rooting so hard. Obviously, I'm rooting for Baron Morton, but I'm rooting so hard for him because the story that comes with it, the hometown kid sticking with a school through it all. I mean, he didn't have to stay here when he was sitting behind Tyler Shuck, especially in today's quarterback world of hopping in the portal. I hope so badly that Baron Morton goes and has the best season of any quarterback in the Big 12 and stays healthy.
Well, I think if he's in the top 4, 5, you're because of how talented you are.
Yep.
You're playing in that Big 12 title game.
I'd guess you're right.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Jamie missed his calling. You should be a ball boy.
I would enjoy that.
In the summertime. And then, no, you should be a...
So is this you being honest with me and telling me that I'm out of my element?
I never meant to say that, but take it however you want. You should have been a trail cleaner in the summertime and a ball boy in like winter or fall and spring, and just at the Grand Slam events. That's Jamie. I'm Chois. Brennan Riker across the way. Brennan has our statement. Tell me I'm wrong.
All right, gentlemen. We all watched Farmageddon this weekend in Dublin, Ireland, and I think a lot of reaction from those who watched the game was a lot of people weren't very impressed with the Kansas State Wildcats, and that's a program that was, I feel, well respected in the offseason. I think a lot of people were kind of high on them, and some of us might have even had them in the Big 12 championship game at the end of the season. My tell me I'm wrong statement is that Kansas State will not play in the Big 12 championship game.
You're not wrong. Especially with the loss Saturday. They basically have maybe one loss they can still afford in conference play. And I do not think they are one of the best 4 or 5 teams in the Big 12 right now. So I think you are correct.
I think the odds favor your statement. And so that, for the most part, makes me jump to that. I wasn't unimpressed with Kansas State this weekend. I thought both teams looked somewhat mediocre. I thought the weather conditions, factored into that in the first half. I thought they both looked like more explosive offenses in the second half when they scored a lot more points. And so I don't look at either team and say they're not good enough to still be, top 5 or 6 in the conference. I think I come out of the weekend thinking neither one of them is going to be in the top 2, but I want to wait a little while before I'm certain of that, because again, everything that went into that, you're traveling, the distractions of playing over there, all of the above it, and plus it's week 0 technically.
It's not even week 1.
Yeah. And so I wouldn't say either one of them have no chance, but I would also say I think I lean towards thinking neither one of them are going to be in the top 2. So that's why I say you're right.
And I tried looking ahead to different teams' Big 12 schedules, and I think Kansas State certainly doesn't have an easy Big 12 schedule ahead.
They don't.
Because I kind of looked at who we think are going to be contenders. I looked at K-State, I looked at Baylor, I looked at Arizona State. I think Arizona State has a fairly favorable schedule. I think the good news in Kansas State's case is it was week 0. This wasn't a midweek or a midseason loss to that Iowa State team, so you have plenty of room to grow and get better and recover from that. And you think about last year, Arizona State had early losses to Texas Tech and Cincinnati.
They did.
And were able to recover and string together a good conference record. But to me, that Kansas State team was not the team that we were talking about in the offseason. And that doesn't look like a Big 12 contender to me.
I think I'm more on Jamie's side. I don't think either one of those teams are in there. It's not as much just pointed at Kansas State, but both of them. I get the weather factors in. I get Ireland, every bit of it, playing on a soccer pitch instead of a football field. Every bit of it matters for that game. And they have, who knows, maybe they get hot over 3 weeks and then are great when Big 12 play starts, but I don't think you're looking at one of the best teams in the league. I think you looked at two good teams, but I don't think those are the great teams of the Big 12 this year. And they played very close game. I think if I was a Kansas State fan, what would bother me is that the things Kansas State has hung their hat on, really in the good years, mostly Bill Snyder and a little bit of Chris Kleiman, is clean play and not beating yourself. And there was a lot of beating yourself in that game. And I think there was a decent amount of beating yourself last year for Kansas State as well. Yeah. So I think that's where my concern would be with this team if you're wanting to talk Big 12 championship.
All that being said, they didn't play great.
And still, yeah.
And they were a field goal away.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they kind of had a gimme long play there at the end, but to get it to 3 when they were down 10. But
Sure. Yeah. So we'll see. I think this league will be exactly what we thought it was, what we thought coming into the season, which is a semi-wide open league. I don't think it's wide open in terms of anybody can win, but you got 5 to 7 teams that could be playing in the Big 12 championship, and it wouldn't be a shocking thing. And it could be one of those two from this weekend. It wouldn't be flooring if that was the case, but I think it's hard to judge that game, Jamie, because you had your two most Big 10, Big 12 teams playing, the Big 10 style Big 12 teams playing in an already sloppy environment.
Yeah. I mean, truth be told, if you were watching the Big 12 weekend, Kansas was the most impressive of the 3 teams. Now, their competition was less.
Sure.
Okay. But, I mean, they pummeled Fresno State and really took the foot off the gas pedal in the second half.
I mean, Jalen Daniels, when Jalen Daniels is good, is up there in that top 3 list of quarterbacks we've talked about.
Right.
Unfortunately for him, it's not always good, and when he's bad, he has easily got the highest
18 of 20 this weekend. He was good.
The biggest gap of ceiling to floor of any quarterback in the league, because when his bad is there, it's as bad as it gets. He loses football games for his team, but I think he also has the ability to go win football games for his team. So, I mean, that's what scares me about the game in Lubbock, is which version of Jalen Daniels do you get? Because it could be a Kansas win, or it could be a 28-point Texas Tech win, depending which Daniels shows up. Mm-hmm. So, I don't want to judge too much off of it, but, man, I did enjoy having the Week 0 game in the Big 12 there. I don't think you have to have – you were talking about these Week 0 games. These don't have to be played in Ireland. You can have Week 0 games.
No, not at all.
You can have a Week 0 game. I mean, I get that they're probably more conducive to neutral site things in Week 0, but I don't think there's a problem with playing a home game for one of these teams in Week 0. And they don't have to be against Big 12 competition. I just like seeing Big 12 teams playing in this window because, I enjoyed watching Kansas play against Fresno State. But, heck, Jamie, if that TCU-North Carolina game was in Week 0 instead of on a Monday night, that would have been awesome. I would have loved it, and that would have got plenty of attention. And I think they play each other in I think they have the Week 0 game next year in Ireland against each other. Y'all can tell us what you think if you'd like to on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Someone says, so what you're saying is we're just going to have to let the cake bake and see what happens. Without saying those exact words, I think that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm not judging it too much off of 1 week.
Yeah, I don't. I just didn't watch that game and think no chance for either one of these teams.
Yeah, I didn't. But I also didn't watch it and say, man, I'm impressed with either one of these teams, or I'm impressed saying, oh, this quarterback or this team separated, the other direction.
What do you think Chris Kleiman thought when he heard about the fight on the streets of Ireland?
I really liked how you said family. Ireland there. You really? You caught the accent when you said
Did I?
Ireland.
I just got to think he had to have been like, what in the world are we
What
doing?
kind of Patrick Mahomes family stuff do we have going on here? All right, yo, I like this text. Jamie, the Eagles fan, is the worst thing to happen to 100.7 The Score, 97.3 since the departure of Rob Furby. You might be right. You might be. I think it's worse than that.
This has been the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score. Go to 100-7thescore.com for more from the Double T Sports Network.